Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of From Boxes to Butterflies. And today it's kind of an extra one this week, but it's really important too because I get to introduce you to somebody who is so energetic and she's created a new movement. And she's got a summit coming up. Her focus is to help women get out of their damn way. And so I'm just going to go straight into this and I'm going to bring up Tracey Lee so that you can get a chance to meet this incredible lady. Hey, Tracey.
Hey! Woohoo! Get out of her damn way.
Exactly.
Right?
That's it.
Oh my
And
gosh,
I can see some of my besties are already in here with Nathan Hill and Nicole. I mean, that's my bestie sister right there. So
sisterhood, baby. Sisterhood. And sisterhood can be guys too. Like, let's just call it out. Like, sisterhood is just souls. Sisterhood is
exactly.
souls, right? We are locking arms together. We are all connected. It's just, let's like break down the walls so we can feel the connection from our hearts, not just our heads, not just what we see, but what we feel with one another. And first of all, I want to thank you, Susanna. I absolutely adore you. I think you're such an absolute powerhouse. You have inspired me the last 2.5 months that we've been working together, and you've been a part of this summit and getting ready, massive preparation, massive like letting go of stuff and stepping into our power. And I just am so happy that you said yes when we got on that call together. And I think we had an instant connection, and you're like, oh yes, I am part of this movement. This is happening. And really that was the first step to us all, and all of us, like every single woman stepping into this, all 20 speakers, coming together from all parts of the world and saying, okay, I don't know what this is going to look like, but there's a part of me, a part of my soul and my heart that's like, I'm in this. I'm going to do this with you, and I'm going to grow and experience, and who knows where this is going to take us. But I can tell you this is just the beginning of the Get Out of Her Damn Way movement.
Exactly. And then just the way that this episode popped up, because as we were talking Tuesday, it's like, okay, let's just do a live on Friday. And boom, there it is. That's how it went. So getting out of our way. So what I'd love you to do is kind of tell everybody a little bit about yourself, kind of where you came from and how you got to where you're at right now.
Okay. It's always like, how far back do we go? I'm gonna
Really up to you.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, it's important for you to know a little bit about my background as a younger girl, without going into detail, but just understanding the reason for that is we can overcome anything. And so at a young age, I was orphaned at 17. I lost my mom at 6, my dad at 17. Younger sister had to just figure out how I was going to survive. And so survival mode was sort of ingrained in me. And that has served me well. But it also put me in a space of really feeling like I was always chasing something. I was trying to figure things out from a place of maybe a little bit of resentment and frustration and anger and confusion. And so moving through my 20s, I was blessed to meet an incredible person we're celebrating our 26th year of marriage, been together for 34 years, very blessed to have met him, huge rock in my life. But, through the transition of, having 2 beautiful children and just really figuring out, do I want to be in the corporate world? Am I meant to be here? Is this my space? Am I meant to be a woman owning a wellness business? Am I meant to be a woman mentoring women in the fitness, which I did for 2 decades? Like, who the heck am I?
Exactly.
And it's been a journey of unfolding. And, I just did a live earlier today about getting an edge on yourself and an edge on your fear. Really, my life up to this point has been a training ground for me to step into really what my true calling is. And, recognizing and when reflecting back, I've always been someone who wanted to bring women together.
Mm-hmm.
I've always had a calling for being part of a community of women. seeing where I fit in that community, and then actually experiencing other women in the community that can give something to me and I can give back to them. And that's a power circle. And that circle is growing. That circle is what birthed my idea to create a summit, to step into creating a women empowerment movement. And there's so much more to come. I haven't even shared what's to come yet, and I cannot wait. But all of this could only be done not from a place of being a survivor, which I had to learn at a young age, but from a place of I have a very important space in this world, and I had to bring faith over fear every single day, multiple times a day. And you cannot predict what's coming down the pipeline. It's not possible. So we have to stop thinking that our fears are how we predict, because you can't predict. And if we let our fears take us out of the present moment and face fears from a place of you're surrendering to them, you will never ever get to the next place where you want to go. And I have to believe there's even a small part of us who knows we're meant for more. There is more. And
Exactly.
that's what this movement's about. It's about helping women just tap into what that more is, regardless of where you are in your life, beginning, middle, very successful, but no, there's never an end to success. Success is a deeper understanding of who you are as a human being, not a human doing. And that to me is true fulfillment in life. The better you know yourself, the more fulfilled you're going to feel. And that is a lifelong journey. And we're in it together.
Yeah, and I love how everything gets together, and that fear is always something that just it's the one thing that's always holding us back. I because when I talk about fear, it's always that it's lies. It's just full of lies, and even when it tells you some truth, it's a grain of truth hidden that's woven within the lies to hold you back.
Mm-hmm.
And as you've talked about the summit, um, what I remember is this is a relatively new thing. It just kind of manifested itself fairly quickly, right?
Oh, it did. I was away in May. I was away at an incredible retreat, mindset retreat. And funny enough, it was focused on vision. And when I left that retreat and came home after 4 days of just feeling super empowered and excited, I have always had this rooted feeling like me showing up in my gifts and my desire to serve isn't enough. I know that there's more power in numbers. And I've always had this vision of that. And I've had a vision of a stage. And this stage, we walk out in a group onto this stage. And we form a circle on the stage. And we're all holding hands. And we're looking at each other. All of us women are looking at each other and we're smiling. And the audience is screaming. They're excited with anticipation. They can feel the energy. They just know that they're in the right place right now. They know that there is so much beauty that's coming their way and they're ready for change. And we're smiling and we're looking at each other in our power circle on the stage. And then all of a sudden we slowly open up our circle. And we stand and we stare at this beautiful group of women in front of us. And we raise our arms and we know we are here as one. We are here to support each other. We are here to deliver. We are here to listen. We are here to share our wisdom, our vulnerability. We are here to make sure everybody feels included. And that vision woke me up after Vision Maker, after this experience that I had. And I remember saying, I have to do this summit. I didn't even have a chance to say no. It was like a full body. I had a voice in my head saying, you're doing a summit. You're going to bring women together and that's it. You're going to figure it out on your way. So I reached out to a woman who I hadn't known for very long. And she was planting seeds in my mind about growth when it came to my business. And I reached out to her and I said, I want to do a summit and I want your help. And that's where things began. There was no planning this ahead of time. I didn't even know. I just followed this trail of
Yep.
faith, this trail of intuition, this trail from my heart. And all of a sudden now, we have this incredible experience happening, and I'm reading the women who are registering for the event and why they're coming, and I'm literally, tears are coming to my eyes. I'm thinking, how could I ever have even considered not doing this?
It's going to have such a huge impact for everybody that attends. Just the way that you've put this together, and I can say this from being kind of on the inside of everything, and how when when you first set it out and you started talking about the planning for it, we've been involved with this planning cycle for a
Since
couple
end
of
of May.
months.
Yeah.
Well, as a speaker, that all started, really, it was more of the beginning of July.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're going to meet every other week, and if you can't make it, it will be recorded so that you don't miss it. And then the tasks, the planning. I see Jenna's here, and she's a key part to that planning and putting it together. I'm looking forward to when I finally get to have a chat with her. It's just the way you've laid it out and how you bring excitement every time we meet. So I'd love for you to kind of talk a little bit more about what's going to happen in
Mm-hmm.
about
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yes, I will. And I just want to preface what you just shared. Thank you, Susanna. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And truly, truly, this is just another example of it takes a village. It takes a village for us to actually show up every day as our best self. It takes a village to step into our dreams. It takes a village to say yes to the scary things. It takes a village to let go of the stuff that doesn't serve us anymore. And I could not be doing this without the support of Jenna, without the support of Anita, without the support of all of you speakers, without the support of my family, without the support of my mentors, right? All like it, and I couldn't have understood what that support looked like until I stepped into the experience of it. And this is the beautiful thing about faith and about trusting our deep rooted calling. And that calling is what's gotten me to actually also not just ask for the support, but to receive it. And I receive all of your love as every single speaker. I receive your love, Susanna, and I give my love to you. And truly, truly, I could not do this without the village. It's not possible. So the reason it's come out as it has, and we've built this strong rooted community of women already in such a short period of time, women who never knew each other, is because we all energetically had the same feeling in our heart. We didn't understand it, we just knew it was there. And that really, really is rising up together. We are rising up together very quickly, and we're surrendering to what is coming. And what is coming is an incredible 3 powerful days. 3 powerful days.
Mm-hmm.
And this summit is going to be an opportunity for you to come and to listen to stories, wisdom, understand strategies, understand how these women got out of their damn way, how they stepped into something that, just like all the rest of us, have experienced fear, have experienced people telling us, there's no way you can do that. There's nothing in the outside world that says you can. So you've got to find the reason why from within. These women are all going to share with you, and they're all just like you, just like me. And when you come to this event, being in that energy alone, you've already won. But there's so much more.
It's going to be an event filled with love and gratitude, and for some, even forgiveness, because that's how you let go of the past. And then you're able to receive everything that is going to happen during those 3 days. It'll be a much more fulfilling, as you let go of whatever it is that's holding you back,
It
as you
is
get ready to move beyond a box.
absolutely beyond a box. And so come, There's 5 words I want to share, and if anyone watching, I encourage you to write these 5 words down, because this is actually going to help you be preparing, just even from this point on, treating yourself better, treating the outside world seeing the outside world from a different set of lenses. And these are the 5 words that I say. I do some breathing with them. I know I've shared them with you, Susanna. I've shared them with our community. So the first is letting go. And the second is love. The third is compassion. The fourth is gratitude. And the fifth is forgiveness. And these words can be used for yourself. They can be used for helping others. They can be used in many different ways in your life. Letting go of the circumstances that you've held on to, even though they're not serving you, letting go of limiting beliefs, letting go of fear, letting go of anything that isn't working for you. Does it make you feel good? It's time to let it go. You're so welcome, Jenna. And the second is love for yourself first. And then love for all of those that you want to send love to. And if you're struggling with sending love, then there's probably a chance that you don't feel loved yourself. You are loved, and you're capable of loving others. The compassion is compassion for yourself and for all that you are doing every day to show up and be your best. And some days that's harder than others, but showing compassion for others, seeing other people as souls, not just people with the words they say and how they look and the experiences you've even had up to that point. See them as a beautiful soul that is doing their best every day too. And not to feel attached to the things they say or have done or are doing, but detach yourself. Just feel connected from a deeper level. That will render you powerful to stand in your power. And gratitude always brings us back to a beautiful place of energy, of a vibration that we can look around in any circumstance and find gratitude in it. Is it easy? No. Is it a practice? Yes. And finding forgiveness. This has been a very big one for me. Forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. Forgiveness frees you. That is freedom. And when you work on all the things prior to the forgiveness becomes easier. So I want you to come into this summit as a woman coming to listen, to carry all of these words with you, because you will get more out of the summit if you do. I know if you put your all into this summit in terms of you all being there as present as you possibly can, if that means being present in the live or making sure you upgrade and you get all the replays and all the bonuses, beautiful gifts, then do that. Do whatever it takes for you to embrace the energy that we are coming to serve. This is a free summit for you. But I want you to treat it as something that you've heavily invested in, because if you do that, you're going to have a different vantage point. You're going to serve yourself better. You're going to come out with something that is very powerful. There is every reason why every woman coming to this summit will experience a form of transformation.
Exactly. And that's going in. I like the part about going in. It may be free, but if you go in and feel like you've put the investment into it, it's so that it's not free. It actually, yes, it's costing a little bit of time. It's costing something, but that is what helps make us even more focused on listening and what's going to happen.
And I want to share, we haven't actually announced this yet, but I'm going to share it right now. And I think it's really important. So there's an opportunity to upgrade and you receive all kinds of beautiful gifts and bonuses, lifetime access to replays. And what I know is in all of my mentorship in the last several years, repetition is key. You cannot hear something of power and of serving you enough times. So you want to go back and watch the replays and take notes. And maybe in 3 months from now, you want to spend some time and grab wisdom again. Go and grab it, because you'll hear it and experience it and receive it in a very different way. So I encourage you to upgrade. But here's another reason why I encourage you to upgrade. So with the upgrade, with the receiving and the funds that we receive from the upgrade, I'm going to call it funds. I made a very conscious decision because a part of me and my mission is to be in the service of girls. Okay, and this is girls for me, because I'm a woman and because I survived so much as a young girl. I know that if I had received another level of support moving into stepping into a young adult and into womanhood, my life would have been different. I would have been experiencing and serving and making an impact much earlier in my life than I do now. And I want to help women be self-led, young girls feel self-led. I want to help them stand in their power at a young age and uncover their uniqueness and feel that that is their truth. So because of that, and because I know that there's been a lot of talk very recently around human trafficking, we are moving the funds made into a beautiful charity that we'll be announcing more details on into the human trafficking space to help young people who are being caught in this space. So this is an empowering space, the get out of her damn way space. It's about inspiring and elevating, but we also want to make sure that we're serving at a very impactful level. So the
Right.
funds coming from the upgrade is going to be serving a beautiful, beautiful channel of charity, of support to a community that needs it right now. So I just wanted to share that. This is the first time I've shared this. It is speaking to my heart. And giving back has got to be a part of your success as a human being in this world. And I feel so excited that we're doing this.
Well, and we've both talked about how important it is for each of us in our own ways to be there for the girls, to help them get out of their own way. For me, it's to be able to help them to see that there's so much more than whatever box they're stuck in, and that they can take back the control that everybody else is trying to exert on them. So
Yeah.
helping the girls, especially high school and even into middle school, is so important.
So important. It is, it's critical. It's I've been so blessed to be connected with so many women right now that are in the space of supporting girls. One of them is a speaker at our summit
Yep,
who has girl camps, which is something I
exactly.
aspire to do. I'm going to be buying a camp. It's going to be a place for girls to come. And I know this is going to go global. So I have big, big plans because we want girls rising up together too, because
Exactly.
we're change makers in this world. And if we lock arms together and we are in the essence and the spirit of oneness, I'm telling you, we can move things that need to be moved without even speaking. We can just move with our presence of being together. And I just feel so blessed that God gave me the strength to say yes to creating this movement. God gave me the strength to use my unique gifts and actually create something good out of them. And I want to inspire women and girls globally to find, love, and live their truth so they can do the same thing.
Exactly. I love everything about it. And I know we're getting at that end point. So I just want to let you have a chance to kind of provide a final message, final thoughts before we wrap it up.
Wherever you are in your life right now, know that you can make a decision to say, this is my day one. Every day can be your day one. That doesn't mean you're starting at the beginning. That means you're starting with a fresh set of eyes on what life gets to look like as the new version of you today. Because every second of every day, we're actually changing. Our bodies, our cells are reproducing new cells. We aren't even the same people that we were when we started this conversation, Susanna. So never think that what you've experienced up to this point is a reflection on what is possible for you. Start your day one every single day. You have a fresh start. And if you're feeling terrified, if you're feeling empowered, if you're feeling in the middle of those two, know that you have a purpose for being here. Maybe your purpose is to move through some really hard things so you can support someone when you do and through that journey. Maybe you're someone who's overcome many obstacles and you have a mission to show women a better way. We all have a really important mission here in life. And know that what you think that mission is actually just the beginning. It's just your day one, even that. Get an edge on yourself every day. Be around the right people that support you every day. And if you don't have anyone around you right now that can do that, start imagining what that person is and pay attention to what comes into your life very quickly, because you will call them in. Maybe it's me, maybe it's Susanna, maybe it's one of our speakers, maybe it's someone you couldn't even ever have dreamt of meeting, but they're there. And why do I know this? Because I came from under a rock, and now I'm standing on the rock. I'm standing on the top of the cliff, and I'm ready to soar. And you can too.
I love that message. And it's so important because we are unique and we each we're created for a purpose. And we just we gotta let it out. Be who we were created to be.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad that we just to talk.
Break the box. Break the box. There is no box. It's in our head. There's never been a box.
Exactly. There's never been a box.
Other people, right?
Yep. Because they just had to classify people for some reason. It's like, no, we're unique. Even the aspects of ourselves. If you're neurodiverse or whatever, it's like that can be your superpower. So embrace the superpowers and soar.
And soar. People are going to say, do whatever they want to do. You choose what you're going to accept right from this moment on. And you need help with that, there's help available for you. Come to the summit. Come to the summit, start there, feel energized. And here's the last thing I want to say about the summit. Please be a part of the ripple effect. When you click the registration link that Susanna's provided to you or will be providing you, my challenge for you is to be part of the ripple effect. It can't end with you. Send this to 10 people and ask them to do the same. Make this circle bigger. Imagine us all holding hands and someone walking up to that circle and wanting in. Let them in. Be a part of the circle. Hold hands. Feel energy. Feel the love. Feel everything that we're meant to feel together. Just that alone, we're going to shift the world. Thank you.
Exactly. It's time to shift. So it was a pleasure having you here. I absolutely loved it. These conversations go so fast. But that's how it goes. It just means I have to chat again.
Yes.
And with you, it's always a dynamic chat.
We'll do a post-summit chat.
We'll do a post-summit chat. Exactly.
Amazing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being a part of the summit. Thank you for trusting me, working with me. And I just thank you for being such an inspiration in my life, Susanna. I truly I think you're an incredibly powerful woman, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
I have all the same thoughts about you. It's just been from the moment we first had that first conversation. It's like, boom. And I see that.
Many more. Thank you.
There. Now you're there, Mike. Mike's the leader of the hounds. So that Hounds of Business I talked about, Mike's in charge of it.
Nice to meet you, Mike. Awesome. Amazing. So, all right.
I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody, and I can't wait to see everybody on the next episode of From Boxes to Butterflies. Take care, everyone. Bye.